All right, hey guys, I'm Shantea.
And I'm Mike.
And this is our pillow talk. We moved the pillow talk to the living room. There's still pillows here, technically.
Yeah.
We're still pillow talking. Today we're gonna talk about our first kiss. We argue a little bit about...
I'm blessed.
Was that cheesy or what, you guys? We argue a little bit about how the story took place. And so...
I'm letting you start off with this because, number one, your memory is better, but I think she'd be lying most of the time, too. Go ahead.
You guys have already seen the tapes, and you know that I'm not lying.
But I admit when I'm wrong.
So then just admit it right out the gate. He never does. Okay. So our first kiss was in college. I don't remember the year. You're going to be right about that. But I
2020. 2020. I'm already wrong. Sorry about that. It was 2000.
Yeah, the year doesn't really matter. I'm just saying.
2.
I was in college. You were old. I was young. And
I'm smarter. I graduated college early. I graduated at 21. She graduated at 24.
And you were still old.
No,
but I was still young.
I'm only 2 years older than her.
And we just went into each other. You know, you have to watch our story on how we met. That's another vlog. But we had re-met in the mall that day. And I was picking up a paycheck. And I told him, I said, here's my phone number. You have to call me. Don't mess around.
Don't treat me like I'm some blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he called me today. Yeah. But then the struggle for me was he had just seen me looking really busted. And so I didn't want to get like super glamorous. And then he'd know that I got extra cute for him. Oh, we're dog sitting. And so this dog may come in and out. Sorry. And so I remember I put on some gray sweats. And I had rolled them one time, and I put on a yellow long sleeve shirt because I was like, oh, that's casual. But I did put a little bit of blush on, beat those cheeks real quick. And then he called and he said, I think this would be a better discussion if I come over. That's what he said. And that's when I freaked out and showered and put on clothes and did the whole thing. But again, he had just seen me about an hour before, so I couldn't make this huge transformation.
And we hadn't seen each other in months, so... That's what she's talking about. We wanted to catch up.
Yes. Well, you wanted to catch up in person.
Yeah, because I had swag. That's for everybody that's always doubting my swag.
You did have swag second round, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
But right, like from our meeting point, you didn't have swag. That's what
I did. Like I told you before. I just didn't have the kind of swag that she wanted me to have. Because she was denying her love for me at the time. Go ahead.
Oh, so you're interrupting me, huh? So then he came over and he was all in my personal space. So every time I was talking to him, he was like inching closer and inching closer. And I was like, dude, I'm just kidding. I wasn't really mad about it. But I was a little uncomfortable, like, oh my goodness. Because at that point, I really thought he was good looking. And we were the only 2 people in my apartment.
At that point? You didn't think I was good looking before?
I mean... At this point in our story, like, I mean...
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't always physically attracted to you like I was when we had run into each other the second time. Or when you know what I mean? Anyway, I mean, you want me to elaborate or you want me to just leave it alone?
Leave it alone.
Okay. I was like,
she about to throw me under that thing you call a bus.
I was like, you want me to keep going?
Go ahead.
So, he had come over with all the swag, and... he kept being really close to me. And I was nervous because, again, I was the only one in our apartment. I had 3 roommates, and it was just him and I for some strange reason. And this really big, well, at the time, to me,
yeah, that was a big apartment, though. Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because this man is in my apartment, and we're by ourselves, and I really want to be good and pure and all the things. And so... he's like talking to me all close, and I'm doing everything I can to like get distance from him, but the chemistry is undeniable, right? So he's talking to me on the couch, I sit on the floor. He sits on the floor, I sit on the couch. And somehow I had the brilliant idea to show him something in my room, which was stupid in retrospect. But once I got up there, I realized this is even worse. And so we were in my room for probably 5 minutes, and I was like, we need to go back downstairs.
No, wait a minute. I'm going to interrupt you. So I wasn't following her around the living room. I started following her around the bedroom. Isn't that right?
No, we were pretty close. Everywhere. Because I was like literally getting like, woo! Is it hot in here? Is it
Yeah, when she said, let's go up to the bedroom, I was like, okay, I'm going to get close.
It wasn't even like that. I'm such a naive,
It's
stupid
time to
person.
get close.
I literally, especially when it comes to men, especially in my early 20s, was a stupid, naive girl. And literally, I remember, and I tell the story, like I would go over a guy's house and I'd play video games with them all night. And I used to have this like really short pixie cut. And I would walk back to my dorm with this crazy pixie cut and not even care that I had like this super walk of shame hairstyle. And it would be like 8 o'clock in the morning, like, hey guys. But I literally just been up all night playing video games. So it wasn't like I was doing anything bad, but I never really thought about how this could look. And so I didn't even think about how bad it was that I invited you to my room to show you something, because it was something like scrapbooking or something. Remember we were looking at my scrapbook. I was telling you.
She used to scrapbook like crazy. I mean, now she just
I don't.
Instabook.
Yeah. But I used to scrapbook, and so I was showing you my scrapbook, trying to change the subject, and then we got up there, and then I was sitting on my bed, and you're sitting on my bed, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. So then I was like, let's take this back downstairs. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
and because we were up there for a little while.
I mean, not very long. Not longer than
But I agree
10
with
minutes.
it. I agree with it.
Like,
because we had a long discussion at that point, and you were telling me about like you being a virgin and all that
for
kind
sure.
of stuff. So.
That was all about to change in one night. And you would have never believed me.
I wouldn't have believed that.
And so then we went downstairs, and you just kept getting really close to me. I feel like you kissed me.
No, we looked at each other and you just start moving in. You know that 80-10, the 80-20? She did the 80-20. She was like this.
Oh, no. No. What?
The 80-20 rule, I was like, I'm going to wait for her to make the first move. That way I know that she is ready for this. All of this that I'm about to put on her.
No, first of all, no. This is my husband. Well, at the time, just Michael. He's like, and I'm like, hey, look at my scrapbook. And this is Michael.
You doing too much. I did not do all of that. No, when she showed me the scrapbook, I mean, I did get close, but it was like she had these like little small pictures and stuff in there. You know, the ones where you go to the, what is that, the fair? And you sit in that little booth. And you know how small those little pictures are. So I'm like, oh. I think I need to get closer for this.
So then let's talk about 80-20, y'all. 80-20.
That only refers to the kiss. It's not just this, yeah. Go ahead.
And you would be all like talking all like, oh yeah. Tell me.
That's a lie. She's lying.
Tell me about that.
She's lying now.
If I'm telling, no, that part is true. I don't remember who actually. That's possible that I leaned in. It's possible. But you definitely initiated all of the extra for me to know that it was safe to lean in. If I leaned in.
I did.
So we agree on that. Okay, we can also agree. Because I don't really remember. I don't remember the lean in. I just remember actually now kissing you and being like, oh my gosh.
So as we're sitting there talking, like, her eyes are green. Everybody, like, she get compliments all the time about how beautiful her eyes are. So like, as I'm sitting there talking to her, sometimes I'm just getting lost in her eyes. So, yeah, sometimes I wasn't paying attention.
For sure,
yeah.
You still don't.
She right.
So then we're kissing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the sexiest man I've ever met on the planet, and I am about to lose my virginity tonight, and he will never believe me that I'm actually virgin. And so when I realized that I was literally contemplating, oh, that's our 10-minute bell. Alexa, stop. Sorry, I set an alarm because I have to promise the kids we would only be 10 minutes. We're kissing, and I was like...
That sounds so great. That you promised the kids that will only be 10 minutes. You set an alarm for it.
I did.
Yeah.
Why does that sound crazy?
See, your mind would have went there any other time, but now it won't go there.
Oh. No, I didn't. Yeah. We needed 10 minutes because I've got 4 children who are being really good staying upstairs and leaving us alone. So anyway, we're kissing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna drop my panties for this man. I can't do that. And so I'm literally, I said, I might have said, you have to go. Like, you cannot stay here. you have to go. But at some point, I was physically pushing you out the door because you weren't listening.
And no, it's not that I was not listening. Like, she kept coming back in for the kiss. Like, she was like, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. You got to get out of here.
Because I was like, my mind's telling me no.
But my body's telling me.
I was trying so hard to kick you out. And so eventually, you did get kicked out of my apartment.
Yeah. But it was like she still had her hand, like grabbing my shirt, like as the door was closing on her arm, and she was like,
as the door was closing on my own arm. Oh my gosh, that's dramatic.
No, I'm serious.
So anyway, that was our first kiss. That's the story of our first kiss. We kicked him out.
Yeah, and did I go? I didn't go back to LA that day. Did I?
I don't remember.
I think I stayed.
You could be completely right about everything.
I think I stayed one more day.
But I do remember kicking you out of my apartment.
No, that's right. Yeah, the next day I went down. I had to go back home to LA. So, and I could not. I could not wait. Shh. I could not wait to get back up here, or either her come down to LA so we could hang out and kiss again.
Aww.
See?
See?
All turned out good.
It did turn out good.
Yeah.
And I didn't drop my panties for a long time.
I know, she made me wait. No, she didn't make. Well, yeah, she did make me wait, but
made you wait.
I was okay with waiting.
Yes, you were. You were such a gentleman. Yeah, I bet. Okay. I'll turn it off.
You sit down and let me turn the lights. You never get it right.
Wait a minute. How
long is it going to take you to do this one?
You like to do the song. You're so grouchy. Yes,
you can do it too.
I don't like to do the song.